sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one.
Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Let's go. Set. Let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule, as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now here's Mahomes. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Campbell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Newton.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10.
Newton on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. On first down, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. Trucks over him.
And this will be a Texans first out as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Again, they run with Campbell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Come 19, come 19. 18 level, 18 level.
3rd and 2, Newton. Man open, it's Moss, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 70 Timberwolves.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give, running left is Campbell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Come on.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he checks this one down to Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Back. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19, Pioneer. 19.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
19 right.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 8 yards out.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's caught by Olsen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle. You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. For the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They run on first and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And some room to roam now.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. If you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 27, Mahomes. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone at him.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's Campbell.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
60
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Ready?
They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's got his man Sharp complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've got 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Newton, and my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Johnny Hekker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Smith, the man in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
19
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, he finds his man, complete. It's Moss. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Newton. And that's caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Newton. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Newton on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never hit.